Welcome to Environmental Science. By now, you've already had a chance to sit in my class a couple of times, but this is our first flip lesson. So, I wanted to just kind of show you how your homework will be. So, environmental science is the study of biotic and abiotic factors that influence the earth. Biotic means that it is of living things. So biotic means anything that has life. And then abiotic is anything without. So basically, environmental science is how the relationships between living and non-living things help with the earth or hinder the earth. There's a couple of goals of environmental science. And the first thing is to understand some environmental problems and to help solve those environmental problems. And then the areas of focus for environmental science are going to be natural environments, which don't have a lot of human involvement, and the other area are human influences that affect natural environments. So there's lots of different types of sciences that go into environmental science. I think it's the most broad science that exists. So biology, meaning the study of the life, including zoology, botany, microbiology, and ecology. It also is combined with earth science, so geology and paleontology, climatology, and hydrology. Those are basically all of the abiotic factors on Earth. Then there's physics with engineering and structures, chemistry, the way that chemical reactions happen in the atmosphere and in the earth, and social sciences, meaning like the way the world is spread out with human influences, and a lot of sociology and economics. So as you can see, this is a very broad subject, and I'm so excited to start talking to you and teaching you about ways that we can help our environments. That leads perfectly into the next topic, which is community science. And community science basically means that the people are in charge of what's going on in their surroundings, and that humans are taking a stewardship and making sure that we protect the environment or protect bad things from happening to our community, the places that we live. Yeah, and so it says people take pride in knowing what is best for their community. So we're going to be practicing a lot of community science because it's important to know what goes on in your backyard first before you can help solve global issues. So historically, the environment has changed for humans. There's been an evolution of society, and we had to go through a lot to get to the place where we are today. So the first stage was before there were a lot of fancy tools. There were hunters and gatherers. They worked to get food in wilderness, where they picked berries and they hunted bison and elephants and any other wild game that was out there. This had some detriment to the environment, but it was very little because the chances of really harming a large population of animals or a large area of trees was kind of low. Now, the agricultural revolution is where a lot of land was cleared, and basically farmers grew animals, grew plants and then bred animals, and that was used for food to help sustain them. And there also was some trading between the farms in order to share the wealth. The next thing was the Industrial Revolution that happened, and that was when machines actually were able to provide many quantities. So basically, with the Industrial Revolution, things were provided. They were super cheap, and they were as much as anyone ever needed. And this created a culture of what we call a very improved quality of life. So people didn't have to work as hard to get much more than what they were working for, like say when they were hunting and gathering. So society has made a huge shift, but the earth has always been the same. And so we're going to kind of discuss how we deal with these type of issues, with the population of the earth growing and us having lots of resources, but at the same time reducing the amount of resources that are available on earth.